Can you hear it? That gentle knocking at the door of your heart? The blessings meant for you in 2026 have already arrived, but here's what nobody tells you. They're standing outside, arms full of everything you've been praying for, waiting patiently while you're in there, convincing yourself you're not ready, you're not worthy, you haven't done enough to deserve them yet. And sweetheart, I need you to know something right now. Those blessings aren't knocking because you've earned them through suffering or struggle or finally becoming perfect enough. They're knocking because it's your time, simply your time. But you're the only one who can open that door. No one else has the key. And right now, in this very moment, you're holding it in your hand, even if you can't quite feel it yet. I know what you've been telling yourself. I know the story that plays on repeat in your mind when you're alone with your thoughts. The one that says, good things happen to other people, that you've missed too many opportunities, that your best years are behind you, that if abundance was meant for you, it would have shown up by now. And every time those blessings knock, every time an opportunity presents itself, every time the universe tries to hand you something beautiful, you peek through the peephole and think, this can't be for me. There must be some mistake. I'll just wait here quietly and not cause any trouble. Oh, how exhausting it must be, standing guard at your own door, protecting yourself from the very things your soul has been crying out for. Let me tell you what's really happening here, and why this matters more than you might realize. You've been trained, conditioned, programmed to believe that receiving is somehow selfish, that wanting more makes you greedy, that opening yourself to abundance means you're taking something away from someone else. But here's the truth that will set you free. The universe is not a pie with limited slices where your piece makes someone else's smaller. The universe is an infinite bakery that never runs out of ingredients, never closes its doors, and is constantly baking up fresh miracles with your name on them. When you refuse to receive your blessings, you're not being noble or humble. You're actually blocking the flow, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Because blessed people bless people. Filled cups overflow onto others. And when you finally allow yourself to receive, you become a channel for even more good to flow into this world. Here's what's happening on a deeper level, and this is where science and spirituality shake hands and agree. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system. Think of it as a filter that determines what information gets through to your conscious awareness. Right now, your filter is set to not for me. So even when blessings show up, even when doors open, even when opportunities knock, your brain literally doesn't register them as available to you. It's like standing in a room full of gifts with your name on them, but your filter only shows you the empty spaces. You're not crazy. You're not cursed. Your system is just tuned to the wrong frequency. And the beautiful news? You can retune it. You can adjust that filter. You can change the channel from scarcity to abundance, from closed to open, from not for me to yes, please, thank you. But before we can open that door to new blessings, we need to do something important. We need to acknowledge what you've been through. We need to honor the times you did open yourself up and got hurt. The times you trusted and were betrayed. The times you hoped and were disappointed. The times you reached for something and it was snatched away. Those experiences are real. That pain is valid. And your heart, in its wisdom, decided to install some security measures. It said, we're not doing that again. We're keeping this door locked. It's safer in here. And for a time, maybe that protection served you, but now it's keeping out the very things you need to thrive. So let's start with a deep breath of forgiveness, not for anyone else, for yourself. For all the times you said no when your soul whispered yes. For all the times you played small to make others comfortable. For all the times you closed the door because you couldn't believe something good could actually be yours. I forgive myself for blocking my own blessings. Say it with me, even if your voice shakes. I forgive myself for blocking my own blessings. I didn't know what I was doing. I was protecting myself the only way I knew how. But now I'm ready. Now I'm willing to try something different. I am ready to receive all the good that is meant for me. What a radical statement in a world that's taught you to constantly give until you're empty. What a rebellious act to simply stand there with your hands open and say, I am ready to receive. Not because you've worked hard enough, though you have. Not because you've suffered enough, though you have. But simply because you exist. Simply because you are a beloved child of this universe, worthy of every blessing knocking at your door. I am opening myself to the abundance that surrounds me. Here's something that might surprise you. The blessings aren't coming. They're already here. They're in the air you breathe, the ground beneath your feet, the opportunities hiding in plain sight, the connections waiting to be made, the ideas trying to get your attention, the love that's been there all along. Abundance isn't something you have to create or manufacture or force into existence. It's something you allow. It's something you notice. It's something you finally say yes to. I am worthy of blessing, ease, and joy. Not just struggle that leads to growth. Not just challenges that build character, but actual ease, actual joy, things that come smoothly, doors that open without you having to kick them down, blessings that arrive without drama or trauma attached. Your nervous system might not recognize this at first. It might feel suspicious. It might whisper, when's the other shoe going to drop? And you can gently say, not today. Today I'm practicing receiving without waiting for disaster. I release all beliefs that block my good. Think about the beliefs you've been carrying like heavy luggage. I have to work hard for everything. Good things don't last. I'm not lucky. Money doesn't grow on trees. You can't have it all. These beliefs aren't protecting you. They're prison bars, and you're the one holding the key. Every time you repeat an affirmation, every time you choose a new thought, you're filing away at those bars. You're creating space for something new to enter. The blessings of 2026 are mine to receive and enjoy, not to hoard, not to feel guilty about, not to minimize or downplay, to actually receive and enjoy. When was the last time you let yourself fully enjoy something without immediately thinking about how it could go wrong, or when it would end, or whether you deserved it? When was the last time you received a compliment and just said thank you instead of deflecting or explaining it away? That's practice. That's preparation. That's you learning to open the door. Here's your practical framework, your step-by-step process for becoming someone who naturally receives blessings instead of unconsciously pushing them away. And yes, it's going to feel uncomfortable at first. Growth always does. But uncomfortable is not the same as wrong. Uncomfortable just means new. Uncomfortable means you're expanding beyond your old comfort zone into a bigger, more abundant version of yourself. Step 1 is to identify your receiving blocks. Get honest with yourself. What are you afraid will happen if you actually receive what you want? Will people judge you? Will you become someone you don't recognize? Will others feel bad if you're doing well? Will you lose your edge, your drive, your identity as someone who's struggled? Write these fears down. Look at them in the light of day. Most of them will seem almost silly when you really examine them, but they've been running your life from the shadows. Bring them into awareness, and they lose their power. Step 2 is to practice micro-receiving. Start small. When someone offers to help you, say yes. When someone pays you a compliment, receive it fully. When you find a good parking spot, acknowledge it as a blessing instead of just luck. When things go smoothly, notice it instead of waiting for something to go wrong. Your brain needs evidence that receiving is safe. Give it that evidence one small moment at a time. Each time you receive something, even something tiny, you're retraining that reticular activating system. You're teaching your brain that good things are for you too. Step 3 is to clear the clutter, both physical and emotional. Blessings need space to land. If your home is full of things you don't use or love, if your schedule is packed with obligations that drain you, if your mind is cluttered with worry and resentment, where exactly are the new blessings supposed to go? Create space. Clean out a drawer. Cancel a commitment that feels heavy. Write down your resentments and then burn the paper. You're making room. You're preparing the guest room for your blessings to move in and get comfortable. Step 4 is to practice the art of allowing. This is different from forcing or hustling or making things happen. Allowing is about relaxation, trust, and flow. It's about doing your part and then releasing your grip on exactly how and when things should unfold. Plant the seeds, water them, provide sunshine, but don't dig them up every day to check if they're growing. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that what's meant for you will find you when you stop running away from it. Step 5 is to celebrate every blessing, no matter how small. Found a quarter on the street? That's abundance showing up. Got a green light when you were running late? That's the universe supporting you. Received an unexpected kindness from a stranger? That's a blessing knocking and you answered. The more you notice and celebrate, the more you'll see. Gratitude isn't just a nice spiritual practice. It's a magnet for more good things. It's you telling the universe, yes, I'm paying attention. Yes, I'm receiving. Yes, please send more. I am a magnet for miracles and blessings. Feel that. You're not chasing anything, you're not convincing anything, you're simply being what you already are, which is magnetic. Think about how a magnet doesn't work hard to attract metal, it just is magnetic. That's you. Your natural state, underneath all the conditioning and fear, is attractive to good things. You just have to stop covering up your magnetism with, I'm not worthy, and this isn't for me. I trust that what is mine will find me. What a relief this is when you really let it land. You don't have to control every outcome. You don't have to force every door. You don't have to convince anyone of your worth. What's yours is making its way to you right now. Maybe it's stuck in traffic. Maybe it's taking the scenic route. Maybe it's arriving in disguise, so you don't recognize it at first. But it's coming. Your only job is to stay open, stay ready, and stay willing to receive it when it arrives. I am grateful for the blessings I have and the blessings on their way. This is living in both realities at once, honoring what's already here while making space for what's coming. Not from desperation, but from fullness. Not from lack, but from trust. You already have so much to be grateful for, even if it doesn't look like the Instagram version of abundance. And there's so much more on its way. Both things can be true. My heart is open, and my hands are ready to receive. No more clenched fists trying to hold on to what little you have. No more arms crossed over your chest, protecting yourself from disappointment. Open heart. Open hands, open mind, open door. This is the posture of receiving. This is you saying yes before you even know what you're saying yes to. This is radical trust. Every door that opens for me leads to my highest good. Even the ones that look scary at first. Even the ones that require you to leave something behind. Even the ones where you can't see what's on the other side. Trust that you're being led. Trust that you're being guided. Trust that the universe is not trying to trick you or test you or set you up for failure. It's trying to bless you. It's trying to show you what's possible when you finally stop standing in your own way. I release resistance and embrace divine flow. Resistance is exhausting, isn't it? Trying to control everything, trying to predict every outcome, trying to protect yourself from every potential disappointment. What if you just stopped? What if you relaxed your grip? What if you let life love you for a change? Divine flow doesn't mean everything will be easy or perfect. It means you'll be supported through it all. It means you'll be guided even when you can't see the path. It means you're never alone, never abandoned, never forgotten. Now here's what I want you to do. Right now, today, before your old patterns talk you out of it. Stand up if you can. Go to your front door. Actually physically go there. Put your hand on the doorknob and say out loud, I am ready to receive my blessings. I open this door to all the good that 2026 has for me. I am worthy. I am ready. I am open. Then open that door. Stand there for a moment. Feel the air on your face. Imagine all your blessings on the other side, smiling, relieved that you finally answered. This isn't silly. This is symbolic action. This is you telling your subconscious mind, your nervous system, your entire being that something has shifted. You're done hiding. You're done playing small. You're done pretending you don't want what you want. The door is open. And listen. If this message has stirred something in you, if something in your chest feels lighter, if you're ready to stop being the bouncer at your own blessing club, then subscribe to this channel because you need these reminders. You need this encouragement. You need to be surrounded by messages that support your expansion instead of your contraction. Don't go back to the same voices that keep you stuck. Stay here. Stay connected. Let this be your daily practice of opening the door a little wider. I welcome abundance in all its forms. Not just money, though yes, that too, but abundance of love, of joy, of peace, of opportunities, of synchronicities, of ease, of support, of creativity, of health, of time, of energy, of meaningful connections. All of it. Every flavor of good that exists. You don't have to choose. You don't have to specialize in just one kind of blessing. You can have it all because there's enough for everyone, including you. I am aligned with my highest good and greatest blessings. This means sometimes a door closes because there's something better coming. Sometimes a plan falls apart because there's a bigger plan forming. Sometimes what feels like a loss is actually making space for a gain you can't even imagine yet. Trust the alignment. Trust that your higher self knows things your worried mind doesn't. Trust that you're being led to your greatest good even when the path looks nothing like you expected. The universe is conspiring in my favor, not against you, not testing you, not punishing you for something you did or didn't do, in your favor, on your side, rooting for you, arranging circumstances, orchestrating meetings, planting ideas, opening doors, closing doors that would have led you away from your good. All of it, every bit of it, in your favor. When you start living from this belief, everything changes. Problems become opportunities. Delays become divine timing. Closed doors become redirections. It's all working for you. I am blessed beyond measure. Right now. Not someday. Right now. You have breath in your lungs. You have the ability to choose new thoughts. You have this moment. You have access to these truths. You have the capacity to change. You have the opportunity to open that door. You are already blessed. And there's more. So much more. Not because what you have isn't enough, but because the universe is generous. Because abundance is the natural state of things. Because you're meant to thrive, not just survive. The door is open now. The blessings are walking in. Some you'll recognize immediately. Some will be in disguise, looking like challenges that are actually opportunities, like endings that are actually beginnings, like losses that are actually gains you can't see yet. But they're all blessings. They're all knocking. And you, beautiful soul, you are finally ready to answer, to receive, to allow, to welcome, to celebrate, to enjoy. This is your year. These are your blessings. This is your time. Open the door. Let them in. Let yourself have this. You've waited long enough. The blessings of 2026 are not just knocking anymore. They're here, right now, and all you have to say is yes. Welcome home to your abundant life. Welcome home to receiving. Welcome home to finally believing you deserve every good thing that comes your way, because you do. You always have, and now you know it. Now you're living it. Now the door is wide open and the blessings are pouring in. Receive them, enjoy them, share them. This is your time. This is your year. This is your life, blessed beyond measure, and so it is.